Okay, this one we chat online. The procedures in filmmaking.
The what?
Procedures in filmmaking. Or maybe just
In this one?
yeah.
No. This one, the thing is, because the filmmaking, there was a course I think about film, just special for films. So the filmmaking is more or less connected to, say, television production, because it's for broadcasting or display somewhere. This one, because it's just a video production, is you have elements that you can use to make film nowadays. You could use to make a film. You would also have elements where you are not using this. It's not just a film. Because film, as you are saying, is making a film. And making a film, if you have been you heard about filmography, is film, actor film. Some they say cinematography. Is you are making a film, it's a film. Well, video you're talking about, that's why I talked about you're making it maybe with animals, whereby it's just a short clip, not a film. But all in all, the ideas you might use for video production could be the same ideas you could use to make a film, because it's a difference could be maybe the duration. In this one, some the duration will be small, and I say there's a lot of maybe for private use. While in making like films, usually they don't make films for private use. The films that are, if you're making a film, is for public display. If you're making what we call a film for private, that will not be usually say it's a video private. I don't because when you go to the actual filmmaking, there are a lot of people that are involved. A lot of machines. So imagine you involve all those machines, whatever, to just make a film that you're going to be watching yourself at home. That doesn't make sense. So if it's not, you just have a small camera. Because this one is a video production. You could make it just if one person to make. A video production includes those films, those videos you see on TikTok, whereby even somebody just use the, I know somebody use the phone, but we're using just to say one camera. One camera to do one of it. But the bottom line is, if you want to make a professional video, the steps you are going to take are the same steps that you can take in making a professional film. If you want to ignore those steps, it means maybe because the steps in video production or film production would be ignored for artistic reasons, purposes, deliberately. That you are avoiding, for example, say you have learned how to camera movement. You know that when you move camera anyhow, there's going to be this shakes and the like. But you might have a story because you base on the script. Script will tell you that it was a story whereby someone was shooting a film. Now the perspective will be like the camera that person was shooting landed. So you will deliberately tell this person, don't follow the rules. I saw a film like that before. That was one of the film of the Mondays. I said that one person was just told to go to Egypt, to sit in a certain pyramid, to look for a certain thing. But you didn't tell him what that thing was. So that film, the perspective was from the person who had the camera. Sometimes he would sit, like when they went in the mountain, there was a man inside, one of the dead man woke up. So they were chasing him. So they didn't know. The guy that told him to collect something, he was seeing whatever the camera was captured. So when the person was running, he fell down, and then the camera was, the other screen was black. So when you were watching, it was as if it's hours of we were watching black, lit. Then after a minute, then we heard the sound, then the camera started showing something, it means the person was waking up. So it was ignoring the rules, but for artistic purposes, because of the perspective we were. So that still could be used, as I'm saying, something like video production. But when we do video production, they will ignore the rules, they will just get what it was explained. Yeah, but bottom line, I just said that the things that we talked about in this video production, most of them could be used to make films. As we talk about stages of production. They are the same stages in film. You have pre-production, post-production. Production is the same. The production team is the same again. You have the director. Only I'm saying in video production, because something to be small projects, you end up to have not a lot of people connected. Some you would have just one director, maybe some people would have maybe one person doing a lot of things. But most of the time, when it comes to film, you have a lot that are involved. So majority, I'm just saying majority of what we have in here could be the same in film production. Only that maybe in film production, you go further into even history. Because here we're not including the history of film. In film production, you go further even in the history of filmmaking, where it started. How was the film industry like? Then you go to steps where you discover that, we had no sound, then 1920 something, then sound started to be introduced. 1930 something, then color was introduced. So you even check into those history, and then you go into even current. How is the current film industry is Hollywood? You have this, you have this. Then even check type of films now, whereby you're talking about horror films, comedy, tragicomedy, whatever. So it's like a special film. So you break it down into the types, then even how to go about it, how to create something like, for example, a horror movie. You see, so you might go into small business, but the process of shooting and production is the same. Why? All the production, if you want to do, will be driven, first of all, by the concept, the beginning, at the basis for the beginning. Somebody, like the director, have an idea. What is the idea of the film? Okay. What is the main purpose? Because you cannot just shoot if you don't know your purpose. The purpose is you want to shoot something that is going to be threatening in the eyes of the people. That's the purpose. So because it's a purpose, when you are shooting, you'll be finding ways. How can we create fear using camera tricks? It's where you find, because that's what they use in horror movies. They use the element of two extremes. Extreme side and extreme noise. I don't know if you understand. Yeah. They will use, you go in the side of it, nothing. So they will use extreme noise and at the same time, even camera movement. Imagine if you are showing something, they don't even put a sound. The sound can even give you anticipation. That this is movie, like creating a mood. Oh, this sound, or maybe this good thing comes. Or sound where silent, maybe starting to sound with a very slow sound. And then camera movement is drawn with darkness and light. Now you are taking the camera from the light to darkness, slowly. And as you are going slowly to darkness, you introduce sound slow. That is creating mood. You know that people are expecting something. And out of that, if you just bring in something with a high noise, people are going to be frightened. From nowhere. And so that's how you create it. This is what I mean. That's why they can create it. So you use all the tricks in the movement. But the thing is, I'm telling you, as I said, that the camera movements for professionals. For not all amateurs, you might think that the camera movement, you just moving for the sake of shooting. No. If you are a professional, discover each camera movement, there's a purpose behind it. You don't make a camera movement without a purpose. You should know that when you are shooting, ask yourself, why am I moving the camera left? What is the impact according to the story I'm trying to tell? So it's where you see that when I move this camera like this, it's going to create this. So they do that. So movie like in horror movies, they know how to use it, but they might combine sometimes to use effects. They also use, I'm saying, camera movements and sounds. And you would have comedy itself. They will know how can we create a funny scene. So you see that they will also use the camera movement and like, but I'm saying all the movements will depend on the purpose of what you are trying to achieve. But the team behind those things, those whatever, that is the same team. You have a director overseeing that will be telling the cameraman how to go about. When you shoot from this angle, you have the actual, the producer and the top guy. And then you might have maybe the assistant, the director might also have an assistant, then you have camera person, you have the lighting experts, you have the sound engineers, you have got the floor managers, you have got costume designers, makeup artists, then so it's all the same team. The similar team that you can say in video production, if you want to create something, because stories that you want also to create in video production might also be, like as I'm saying, this professional animals you see like on Supersport or in South Africa. It's as if they make a short film. It's like they direct it as a film. No one has tell you that the main aim is because they want to grab your attention. So you see an anime, most of that you don't know that it's an anime until the end. They will show you, they will write as a script and you start to see that it's a film. Towards the end you discover, oh, it was an anime, maybe for Nike. Maybe, but those, like, no wonder when you go into those agencies who create those, they are not cheap animes. You will say, maybe 30 seconds. They will tell you a lot of money. So how can you charge? Because they are going to be using a large team and they will be working as if it's a film. You see? Director, cameraman, somebody bringing a concept, or maybe sound effects, or a special effect. So that's why I say to have a film with the whole crew, with all these experts, to have something like 1 hour and something film. No wonder you check the cost they will tell you, as I gave an example of the Black Panther, 200 million, just to make the film. That's how you will see how expensive it will be, to take all the team to bring together. But the issue that I say of what is done in video production, especially if you are putting maybe the same in the film as you were saying, it's a script. If you take a video script, there is nothing. So what we say script, what I'm talking about, is the story. So that's where I gave you an example that sometimes you have overzealous directors whereby they forget what they are trying to do is telling the story. They will be occupied maybe with effects. I've seen some films before, like I think you've seen this movie. I wonder why people like it much. These films about like the Transformers. For me, I don't understand why they like it. But when I watch them, you see, without when these humans are okay with that transformer, it's okay. But when they transform, you will see that the director and the actor, they are very preoccupied, not with the storytelling, but with showing the effects, special effects, to the extent they even more or less like forget that they are telling a certain story. So for me, when I see and now most of the machines they transform to, they look more like toys. So for me, when I was it's as if I'm watching a film for toys. And it's too much. Most of them you see the way I believe it's similar to there's this film like Power Rangers, the new Power Rangers. I like it because they brought a different story. Everything was okay until when it comes towards the end. They wanted to do the Transformers issue. They were now transforming into like giants, like toyish something. So there was a lot of too much. I think the best example would be this the new movie, Black Adam. Maybe you've seen it. You've seen it. Have you noticed that if you watch that movie, the way it started, the way it was going, it was giving you big anticipation. And it started a good while. They were controlling the live reality there with the effects. It was balanced now. There was not too much effects, too much whatever, because the reality is it will slow down things. But when the data starts showing, we need in midway the beginning, it's not even in that, but midway beginning, they just started showing the special effects by these people coming from the air. They went over it. For me, I didn't say no. The effects that were used in that movie, maybe half of them were not something to be used. Have it been just removed some half of the special effects and replaced by live human action? That would have been a good movie. But if you saw it was too much to the extent that somebody asked yourself, what story are they telling me? What are they even lost the actual story, what they're trying to tell? For me, I had a discussion, but when I watched it, I failed to finish it. I really because the story was not even making sense when you go. Because of going in the air now, these people come, and now you're talking about not just the spell aware, but you control the characters. Have one character, another character, then we should be following. But we're talking about maybe 4 or 5 characters, different effects. They're fighting with one another. So that is one of the examples whereby somebody forgot they had a lot of money invested in that movie. That is to involve these graphic designers. But now they forgot that whatever all that money is because they would like to tell a certain story. So they forgot to tell the story in the middle of the film and concentrate on showing the effects of video effects. As a result, response of most of people who watched it and say, I'm not impressed by the film. Say no. This is a tumor. And that the same direction happened with this if you see the Marvel movies like the Avengers. If you see the video movies like you're talking about the Captain America, it was about plot. But when they bring all these different characters together, you see somehow it becomes too much like what they are doing, like Endgame, whatever. Too much things which even spoil everything. For example, talking about Wakanda. They talk about they have vibranium, they use it for technology. So because they use the same Wakanda, then they say want to bring different characters to be in Wakanda, you fight in series. Now they do some other thing that doesn't make sense. Because there are people that are coming, jails are coming all over. So you think you can tell these people that are high technology in place, then they can be going just using spears and to be fighting those. I said, no. These people are believing they can even just bomb those people before even like they can use powerful bombs, using vibranium. But you see, they even forgot about it. They now are using that they're fighting physically, when they're now they are being defeated. I said, no. As what we know about vibranium, they have the planes, they could use it very sophisticated technology without even touching those guys. But the problem is the same thing whereby they had a story. So now you are now being told by somebody, okay, you should incorporate this so many, you are going to use a lot of effects. Then you concentrate not even on the story now. You forgot about the story. You forgot what you told me before. You think you start thinking of how can we show this, the effects for this, the effects for that. That's what happened. When it became chaos. It became for me, I said, no, for me, if you have been watching those Marvel movies, for me, Captain America, Winter Soldier, is the one that for me, I hold that this is a professional. From the beginning storyline, the action, you see even everything. Well, that's the color for me. Civil War, it started okay up to the middle. At the beginning, they went to Nigeria, this and that. Okay, after where they started to say, okay, this crew of Captain America and the like should be fighting this other group. And to bring about now this kid, the Spider-Man, who just make a scene that will be seen as a scene, looks so childish all the time. I don't know what happened. If you're watching them, if you're seeing this Spider-Man, you see Spider-Man by Tobey Maguire. Those were the Spider-Man who feel as if he is real Spider-Man. The other Spider-Man that came, maybe the next character who came after at least, but this kid that came now, he fails to be serious in the book. It's always Chinese. So you can become funny, but don't become funny to the extent that now it seems like it's a film for Nickelodeon. No, not for even. That's what he does. So he was thrown in this Captain America. Just make everything challenge. Yeah, but the only problem is, I'm saying that's a danger of the director. I don't know who else is forgetting the script to follow one, not just for selling the script, but you are studying one story. The story should be connected. What you said before should make sense at the end. But you said something at the beginning, you forgot about it, then you are concentrating at the end saying some other thing that's different. I said the powers that this character get. You even didn't wonder how can they be struggling to beat the person, an alien, whatever, like Thanos. How special? Because the other would even much more evil powers according to what people say. So they can say Thanos is powerful. But I was able to don't even see what it says. Because his powers were not that he would not really be defeated. When we say characters that are more powerful than him, but they were trying to make him that he should look like more powerful than the others. So honestly, for me, I just see that the whole confusion of maybe it was a writing of the story, but trying to fit in some other things that doesn't make sense. Okay, yeah, but bottom line is the same idea applying into film because I think that's the best. The video production, what we're saying, the main, when you come to production, it's the same. When you come to the production team, it's the same. The major difference, as I'm saying, will be you might think about it in this video production, think about production of the films that are not going to be broadcasted on TV. But maybe we're just making it for a company. As I say, maybe it's a company demonstration. So what you don't follow everything, but there are some other things you are going to observe. Right? But because it's not going to be broadcasted, you might not jump in one or two things in that. But when it comes to film production, there is nothing that you have to skip, unless if it's skipped because of artistic reasons. Or maybe it's not just skipped because of artistic reasons, but because of maybe financial issues. Or maybe because of maybe lack of maybe you didn't have enough characters. So because of that, there's supposed to be a certain character, so you have to skip. So it should be issues like this. But if it's just professional steps in film production, you need to follow every step. Issues to do, and we talked about this issue to lighting and all these other steps, camera movements, and even this is the rules of continuity, jumping the line, all the effects are the same. Whether you're doing a small production, film production, if you ignore them, will be the same. As I say, I give an example of films like that I've seen that they made runners, whereby they show the scene in different days. But when you watch it, you discover one of the scenes something was not there. Another scene something was there. Meaning one of they were showing one thing that was not there. So it's continuity issue. So that can happen anywhere else in video production, film production, it's the same. Right. So if I want to say today, but I think the bottom line of this, I just want to put what I want to say today is the audience is one of the important elements. That's what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about organizing the production, but mainly I wanted to talk about like methods of production, but I just combine. So whatever the production are doing, like in video production, we say the script is there. What else is there? But now, the audience is something we need to hold high, because whatever we are doing, whatever we are shooting, all the money, all the character, whatever, is meant for a specific audience. So the way you are going to be handling your production will depend on the kind of audience you are giving your material. It means if you don't know your audience, you might not know how to handle your production. Yeah, because the treatment of your production, you be keeping in mind, okay, the audience said, no, these, maybe they are children. So because of that, we would like to have this effect, which we will show this in a way. So it's more or less like you think about production goals, production objectives. As I say, like you say, what do you really want your audience to know after they have viewed your production? The answer to this question is essential because it guides the entire production process. So you say, okay, you are going to do this, but now, at the end of the day, when the audience view this production, what do you want them to get out of the whole production? Yeah, because sometimes I say, as an example I gave, it's like those people, they forgot to think about, okay, after they finish this film, because this, if you remember, I tell you, the Black Academy film, even the Young talking after the film, you see, all audiences are left confused. You question, what is it? Does it mean? What did we watch? You don't even know exactly that you are describing that. Okay, you can know that the way it started, but the way to sum it up, or even if you can be asked, you say, can you sum up? Or even you say, can you tell it's literally the story? It would be really tough to sum it up in one. Maybe the part to say it was a story. You know, you can study at the beginning. You know, there was this kid, this line, there was like a slave money, then he was trapped, his father, this and that. You say they did this, and then they read a script, a scroll, then he came back to life. So, but from there, what was happening in between would be really tough to explain. And even where the story was going. So, you know, that's what confused the people, because when they finish, they need to have something. So, the something that they will have at the end, you have to make it clear in your objectives before you shoot it. Okay, what do we need? What are we going to achieve? If the film people are going to watch this, what do we want them to get? So you can because sometimes you might be going away and you say, no, I think where we are going will confuse the people. Can we maybe try to add this? Because it will help the people maybe remember. You do that. But if you don't have that at the beginning, it's whereby you show them, you think new ideas in the middle of the shooting. Okay, let's just add this. It's good, let's just add it. Forgetting that, okay, you are going to add all those, but when they watch and they finish, what are they going to take out of it? If they just say, well, watching this, hey, the effects will be good. But can they say exactly what was happening? So that's the thing. So, that's why I say you need to go to ask yourself, what do you really want the audience to know after they view your production? And the goals and objectives will determine what is used as a measuring stick throughout the production process. Goals are broad concepts of what you want to accomplish, right? So the goals, the concept that you say, I would like to accomplish this afterwards. For example, you say, I want to explain how to fill a Formula 1 recipe as a goal, right? So objective could be objectives. Goal would be like in general concept. Not that you can measure as one. This is a goal. It's like just to be overall, right? Overall, I want it to show how the parking system works. Right? Now, when it comes to objectives, now more or less like goals, but they're now measurable goals, the ones that you can measure. Like for example, here it says something that can be tested for to see that the audience did understand and remember the key points of the program. So you you say that, okay, we're trying to achieve, let me say, we're trying to achieve that maybe that its audience should memorize or should have knowledge on how to do this instead. So after they watch the film, you measure how. You ask them questions. Okay, what do you know about this? So you hear what they're about to say. If they're going to be giving you correct answers according to the film, it means it has achieved the goals. If they're going to be giving you different answers, you say, no, I think this is not working. So goals, objectives are now those that are elimination. They are policies and measurable goals that you test to see if they work or not. Right? Like what else you see? You say, take the time to think through what the audience should know after seeing your program. Objectives, for example, here say, when the viewers finish watching the program, they should be able to do the following. That's what you say. Okay? Like the way we do the module. We say, after going through this module, you should be able to do this. Maybe to solve mathematics. So those are specific objectives that you say, and they are tested. You can test them after. That, okay, they have watched, they have read, you ask them questions, and you see whether they have managed, you have achieved your goals. But the objective, the actual goal of the whole project is like the one that you just see as a project. I would like to let the people know about this when you share, right? Okay, so for example, here you say, when the objective you say, when the viewers are finished watching the program, they should be able to do the following. Identify 3 types of sponsorship. Identify 4 group propositions. Identify 2 scheduling issues. And then all 3 of these are objectives because they are measured, right? The number of objectives is determined by the goals, right? This means that sometimes only 1 objective is needed. Other times, 5 may be required. So, as I'm saying, you don't just include objective. I think even this one, you're going to see, to find it when you are going to write your dissertation. Because they say you need to write your objectives. So they will say specific objectives. It's where you're going to write like the first one. So when it comes to specific, they say usually you put maybe 3. But you don't just write it. It should be, the main goal will determine the specific objectives. Because as I said, sometimes you will end up just to have maybe 1 specific objective, basically what you are looking for. You say, according to this one, the main objective is just have to be this. But maybe, based on what objective, you might be able to have maybe 5 objective specific to test that this is going to be, achieved. So it all depends on what you are trying, what you're looking for, and the number of doing. Okay, so I talked about target audience. That is, target audience is an important group. Whether your program is a video for family hour or a lecture or a number of physics, it is essential to determine who the program is for and its chief purpose. You are making a video, don't just make it without thinking that who is going to watch this. And after that, what is the purpose of the film? Right? So you ask yourself, who is viewing the audience? Who is the viewing audience? Is it for the general public, or for specific groups, or for local groups? At what level is it required? Is it basic level? Is it intermediate level? Or is it advanced level? Well, that can help you. You don't just say, okay, I'll explain some other things. You say, if you are trying to give some people what the advanced stage, then you're giving them the basics. You say, no, no, achieve, and the papers are going to be achieved. But you should also know exactly, okay, this is for maybe professionals. It means for professionals, I cannot just tell them the basics. I should be maybe make it more professional, more advanced. You should be, because these people already know this. If you know that all the audience, they don't know anything about this. So in that case, you cannot build something at an advanced level. It won't make sense. It means you're going to say, okay, this is going to be only basic level, the way you're going to be putting the information. You say, you give small details, you're not going to be omitting them because they don't know anything. So it will guide you as you are going through. Is any specific background, qualification, language, or group experience necessary for the audience? So this is another issue. As I said, you see, it's a field, like give an example of Black Adam, whereby they had to give a background. That is how that Black Adam became who he was. So because the other men might not know how he became the way he was, so they had to give a background. Example is in most of these fields, DC fields and other fields. The first one, they didn't start with the background. Now the latest movie discovered they are going back to the background. The beginning, it's sort of like one of the Superman Begins. It's not the first movie. Because the beginning was sequential. Superman Begins was supposed to be the first one. But after 4 films of Superman, the 5th one was like they were going back to how he became Superman. So it's something like that. So one necessarily the first films, they were told stories were told that the people could easily understand what they are seeing. Oh, this person has special powers, because he is an alien, all those things. Yeah, but it's funny because the beginning, the film that they were showing so at the beginning was a little bit complex than even the ones that were just continue. So maybe that's the reason they say, oh no, we can't show this at the beginning. Because people are going to be confused. It's less studied by this, and later on we'll show this. Yeah, so those are the decisions that we will make, that depending on what you want to show, it will be based on the audience. You will know your audience. According to this audience, they will understand this. Right? So you make a decision on that. Are there specific production styles that this audience favors? So you see that, okay, maybe the favors the audience, they favor a specific production style, but there are different production styles. Right? That, for example, would be maybe whereby you use animations in them, or maybe whereby you use a blue screen, because some will say you have to show, like you saw in Indiana Jones films. Usually, they don't usually use blue screen. They have to go to a specific place in this mountain, or go to the actual mountain to shoot. While you say some of the people, they will show mountain, and people don't go there. They'll just use the studio. And they will maybe go, or they will just say, so there could be the style where maybe research what type of films people or your audience likes. Then you see their production style. Oh, I think most of the people who are giving, they like this type of production style. Then it's all about research, you do research, and you might incorporate it while you know that we are using this production style because the audience prefers. Right? You will do that. Right? So the target audience should determine your program's coverage and style. It is self-evident that the sort of program you would make for a group of content experts will differ from the program that you made for children, right? So the conditions under which the audience is going to watch the program are important also too. Most video programs are not made to be broadcast. So that's why I'm saying that in video production, you also deal with this program whereby they are not made to be broadcast. And then this one would be the style of shooting, even in the format after the production, after the pre-production, the formats of the film are also going to be, it's also going to be determined by whether the film is going to be on television or not. There are specific formats that are favored for television production, right? So you're going to also be guided on that. For example, talk about most video programs are not made in broadcast, and they are viewed as DVDs or even streamed in homes or classrooms or corporate offices and many other locations. So you have some other videos whereby they just be made that they're going to be uploaded on a website and people can just stream. Because I think you know about this wide screen, the HD, whatever, whereby it's specific format for TV. So if they are going to be made for just the professional, they might be just be short and be made DVDs. People just buy DVDs and watch. So that will also be determined. That no wonder you say you even have when you think about the cameras. You have like cameras nowadays on these 4K cameras, very expensive cameras. So usually those are much more good for those films that are going to be placed on TV. Because you can put them in all the white shapes, the sizes, wide screen, whatever. But if it's not going to be for TV, people might not care much about 4K. As long as it's HD, you say it's high quality. Yeah, with 4K, as I'm saying, you have these large pixels type of film, whereby, or let me say resolution, high resolution type of video. Yeah, whereby, the crystal clear, the picture quality, it's all the highest level. Those sites where I say when you change the screen, as if you are not watching the screen, as if you're peeping out at the window and you're seeing somebody in the house. The kind of clarity. I think change is saying this inside. They talk about the sizes, and even change out the format. So films that are used to and film something like 600 MB. The same film I'm finding it 2 GB. I download it, okay? Because when you check the 2 GB one, quality, you will see the difference, right? Very clear quality, right? So when it comes to, that was HD. When it comes to 4K, you discover that HD was 2 GB. 4K, you can find it maybe it's 4 GB. But now when you compare, this is only good quality already. But when you compare this 2 GB and if you compare with the 4 GB, you discover 4 GB is much more clear than even. Like I had my movie, you see Jumanji movie, the new one that came out before the second one. So the first one I had was 4 GB something, right? So I even check when I check the other one, when you say 2 GB, it's on the go quality. But that one, this picture quality was much more clear. You see the size there. Because if it's 2 GB, it's clear. How about times 2 quality? Double the quality. I even know this is animation. There are some other animation, and some of them are small types of film. So I had a film that was an animation film. It was close to 5 GB just for the film. But when you open it, you can even see the quality, the picture quality. Right? So most of the time, like what is for broadcast, these high resolution images are the ones that are connected. Because you're going to be having people watching from different locations and they will choose the quality they want for their screen. So if it's a very wide screen, if the video was poor, it will show low quality. But if it's a very high quality resolution image, when you put on one screen, it's going to look with a high resolution. Right. Okay.
I think this was even time.
Somebody
saying,
oh, somebody already said it here.
on behalf of you.
Some people don't even know. Which one was that?
Yeah.
Was it this one? You didn't write that person.
It's this one.
Oh, is this one? So it's like saying here.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna say here first.
Yeah.
They said here.
Yeah. So, and
Okay, even the signal that
Yeah.
look the same.
yeah.
You see the room is different.
Yeah.
And this is another person. Okay. They were like, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So,
It's very fun. Yeah.
thank you, sir.
All right. Right. So that's what I was saying. And okay. So I think I've talked about a lot of I've talked about more on this. My aim was I didn't want to go much here. Let me just quickly go to what I wanted to talk about because there are so many things that have been talked about it, but you will see in the book, the video production book, when you go and check on the target audience, it's what I was talking about. Then you see there's some other few things down there, there are 2 images. Then you see some other information where they talk about. Here are a number of questions that can help you to anticipate your audience problems. So they talked about as a professional videographer, you might anticipate because sometimes you give out a film without thinking that what problem can the people really face. But as a professional, you might anticipate that I think this could be the problem. So here there's some, like for example, here they talk about that the program will rely on precisely establishing knowledge. How much is known about the subject already? So this is another talk about that. You might be telling a story, assuming people they already know the person, maybe the history, without knowing that most of the people they don't know maybe the history or the background of that particular maybe character. So if you assume that they know, you discover maybe people don't just know, they don't know much, they'll be just guessing. Why are they saying this? So you might think about, okay, if they might be confused about the background, maybe let's put a little bit background. Or something. Or does the program relate to other programs really seriously? So that's another issue. You might have a character and say, what the Marvel guys do. Another film, but because it's a character, that maybe the same character was also appear in another film. So you must try to make sure that maybe you show the connection. I know there even some other movies like most of the movies, at the end, they might even show a certain character of another film, try to connect him to, or even in the background of another film, will be in another film. I have seen that number. Like, I saw it. Yeah. Like, Avengers. Yeah, even Captain America, I think, or Avengers. I think in the end, they talk about Black Panther. There was a Black Panther, they said Black Panther is going to come to be back in another film. It's trying to show a link, because that character. So you might think about that. Does the audience need to be reminded of earlier programs? If there are other programs connected to your program, they need to be reminded, or maybe you just have to be progressing or more. They already learn. Is the audience going to see the program individually or with the group? Are they only watching the program once or from the beginning or as a continuous group that maybe they're going to be watching and then they're going to, do other things, or there's going to be, some of these movies are very much made. They might be maybe sexual, like especially if you have a film that is made for television. They'll watch, it will pause somewhere, there will be elements. But if you see those films whereby they have an idea that they will be watching on TV, meaning they will be broken down. Observe the way the production is. Where they are going to stop, they don't just stop anyway. They will stop at a place where you need to go more, watch more. When he was doing something and maybe the boss just appeared. And he found the person, the opposite. It means you can't do another, because you want to know what is going to happen next. So it's not that that thing just happened. No, it's like When they are making the product, they knew that, oh, this is going to be for TV. Eh? Now, the TV usually you have for adults. If it's going to be like they want to run adults. So they'll be having scenes that will be demarcated in a way that they could find places to post. And how do you know that most of the people that they are planning for that? When something like that happens, they might maybe plug the screen. There was somebody coming, then they will plug the screen as if it's, then they will be one and they will continue. So when they plug the screen, there's a black distributor that is here, they will pause and put that here. And you start again. So it's something that you can even guide you as a producer that, okay, make sure that everywhere you think that it will be added this. If you maybe think about four places, 5 places in the film. There should be, you create a scenario whereby the pause should be, there should be a certain tension maybe in that place. That will make people want to watch more after it. So these are the questions that I mean, just to help you in yourself. We're talking about are there time limits for programs in the time? Will the program need to be updated with fresh material on an ongoing basis? If so, what is it? So you see, if it's going to be very serious type, so that you know, because some other series have been with this problem, whereby they start putting very powerful notes at the beginning with a lot of information. I can give an example. There are 2 examples I can give. Arrow, if you know the series Arrow. You know Arrow? Arrow at the this one, what do they call this? Whereby there was this one, the Iron Fist. Iron Fist, this white person, like he grew up in they did when he was young, he was a rich guy. And then his plane crashed in the certain mountain somewhere in Asia. At the top of the Asia, his parents died, but he found himself in a certain monastery where there are monks. So he was trained martial arts and the like. And then they had this process whereby they said there should be one person who is going to be an overseer of the area. So that person was called an Iron Fist because they say when he is hiding whatever, then his fist turns into like an godlike. He like a godlike, he can hit something big and he will be smashed, something like that. So they chose whatever. So he himself was chosen to be Iron Fist. So he didn't know his path until I don't know how many years then he found the which way home. He went there barefooted. But he went there now, so he got the point, his parents were rich. He found that his friend and his girlfriend, whatever, they took over the company. It was a big company, buildings, yeah. So he came back, and when he was saying, and he went even in the house, even his portraits, his father were there, whatever, and he said, no, he wanted to find out what happened. So when he introduced himself, they didn't believe him, because they thrown everybody tight. And when these guys who were running, he said, he's alive. They were not impressed. How? You know, and his sister was still there. So I said, well, if he's alive, he's supposed to be the owner of the company, it's supposed to be him. Because he's the actual son, direct son. So there was like those conflicts. So that film, the way he started, you cannot stop it watching it. Because the story was nice and the martial arts. But as the series were going, it seemed like they were starting running out of maybe strong ideas. It started a little bit weaker in terms of the action, the storyline. The same with Arrow. Arrow just tried to make it, you know, and maybe I tried to feature some other characters, Flash, another tried to make them. But the story a little bit also become weaker. So this is the big plan. Where we say, okay, you have this story. As I see story going, you could be adding more information. And I think they managed to do it in the Arrow and give this thing. Because Arrow, it was the same thing whereby also he went on the fishing or like vacation or whatever. Now he went with his father somewhere on the sea. Then they said that he had an accident. And it was reported that his father died, and they thought he died again. They didn't know that he didn't die. he swam to a certain island. So he was alone at that island for 5 years, right? So likely he was trying to find the boats that can take him home. So because he was alone, he trained himself different things, maybe arrows, and he trained how to survive. Yeah? He trained himself how to fight and all those things. Yeah, and then after 5 years, he found a way back home. So they welcomed him, but they didn't believe. They were also rich guys. Yeah? But because of that, they said before his father died, he was just a legless kid. He was just enjoying his rich guy, having parties, doing this. But they said before he died, his father gave him a book. And they said that the book, there were a list of names. And they said, these people in this book are the people that are ruining that city. Most of them, they are drug dealers, they are criminals. So they told him that when you go back, if you are making it back, make sure that you deal with this thing. So he went back, and they didn't believe that he was alive, but they came different guys. So, the way they filmed, the way it started, they showed him as where he was alive with a lot of beds, and then he was running out, jumping, making fire, right? But that is just in the intro of the film when it started there. But when the film started, they didn't show how it happened. But as the film was going, they were having a scene of flashback. But the way they were doing it, they were not like starting like at the beginning, to say they have just maybe having an accident, but they were just showing maybe at what was happening, like one scene. That he was there, maybe he was looking around, he discovered that. So as the film was going, it was discovered that there was a lot of things that was happening that day. And like one people, a simple thing to say, he was just there. So the story about the island was partially being told as the other story was being told of where he's coming back. Because he came back, so what he didn't want to just stay at his father's home. He went there at home, and now he looked at his property and there was a certain warehouse. So at the warehouse, he went in there and created his own room to people in his things. But now what he was doing at night, he was dressing up as a son of somebody else and organizing. And he was going to the street searching for the people that were indicated in the book. So some of them, they were, things that he wanted to find them. He was like battling them. If you're there fighting bad, they will tell you, you were the one who lived in the city. But at first, he wanted to be just killing them. But he said, I want to be just giving them the chance, telling them that, okay, maybe the police come and arrest them. You see? Yeah, but people didn't know who was doing it. But they were just headlines. There's this vigilante, hooded guy, who came where he did this, police came and they found this guy. So the police were like, knew that somebody's fighting these people, but they didn't know who. So they were like looking for him, at the same time, they were also looking for him. But they didn't know, when they were born, they have wisdom. They didn't know that he was ill. He was dressed normally, suit, whatever, oh, this is only for me. Oh, yeah, introduce himself. But there was someone like his girlfriend. His girlfriend, father, he was a policeman. So he was just suspicious. This guy, he didn't explain, he didn't talk more. What was happening in that area for 5 years? What was it happening? Now, it seems that these acts of like vigilante are happening when he's back. So he was convinced that he couldn't be the one, but he didn't have evidence to show that he was the one. So at the time when he's coming there, he finds them together, I think we just said, you wanted and some other thing. When something happened, someone, for example, say the vigilante was that place, you will quickly say, where's home? Maybe he's at home. You rush, go at home to see if he was home. So when he went there, discovered he was at home, not even he wanted to do that. Without doing that home, he go back and not much fun. You could do the thing and rush back home, and you go and discover he was there. You say, I think. So, but still he was having left out. Yeah. So it's a very good story. I mean, the funny thing, he came back, he discovered the one who was his girlfriend and his best friend. Now they started dating. And when they asked, he said, no, because we thought you were dating. And now he said, no, you were my best friend. Now you're dating my girlfriend. I said, no. And he visited me. I don't have any feelings. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, and then he also had his other relationship, but he discovered his only girlfriend was still in jealousy, so there was that story of the love in the end, and also this father searching for him, and at the same time, showing the story at the end. Because when they got that, it was another like another word. So I think that one is just like I like it because maybe it was not that empty as compared to the other one after line of this, where there was more one direction. But this it's like you had maybe three like story already in the same. And the depth of the good thing of maybe this was that almost every scene or every episode you would have a new villain that is completely different from the other, and it would be very complicated because there was one of the episodes there was a villain whereby it was spraying gas. It was calling it, I think, a certain kind of whereby when it is sprayed, you don't see like they say vertigo. They say vertigo. It's like you forget many things. So he was trying to deal with that one the other way, whereby somewhere another person also, like he would dress up like a superhero, like or a vigilante. They could beat up, but maybe that vigilante was doing his own, like not just don't bring justice, but maybe he's doing the page. Where himself will say, what I'm doing is I want to bring justice. And the funny thing, along the way, you find that he said that because he was like Harry Potter, he was rich. But his bodyguard was a little bit suspicious. This guy, he told me, okay, leave me somewhere there. They don't know where he went. So he said, no, I don't know your bodyguard. I don't know your movements. So he was trying to do that, and then other one time he says, I don't know, I'm quitting. Because sometimes he would follow him, he would sneak, maybe. I'm quitting. So he himself also, he fought a war in Afghanistan, he has these issues. His brother died, a lot of things. And he was the first one who now discovered that Oliver Queen was the one who sneaks at night, doing whatever. So with his story, they just team up, okay? Let's team up and be working together. So they started like team up. Now, at the time, because one or two guys just joining them. So it was like a team working at the ground, and they had a room, like it was a warehouse underground. They would have computers like this. So they had a secretary who was a girl, computer genius. So, and then they would be someone, they take her part of the team. So she was the one now who was searching for information. They had even cameras around. So when some other things are happening, they could see all this computer. So it seems that there's something, one computer will show the map, something will show you some other places. Something's happening here, and they will say, okay, then they will go there. Right? So if you've never watched it, you start watching it. And the good thing I'm liking about it, what they were showing, like in the clip, when the story starts, you take so many episodes without reaching that clip in the show, where you had all the long base, because they will be showing, even where I stopped, they didn't have that long base. You had a little bit broad base, but necessarily. But it means towards the last episodes where they will reach that level, where because towards the other age, it was even discovered after it was reaching like season 2 or season 3. It was now discovered that he was not only on that island. He was even discovered that no, he even left the island and he even went to Japan. Now they were in connection to see how it happened. So you can even see the complexity. Because they found there was an army on the island. That army had their own operation. So there were other things happening, and even the story turned around to connect to him, the brother of the Monica, whereby they thought he was died in Afghanistan, or they discovered he didn't die. So let me just tell you, it's a scene that for me, I say, tell storytelling. When you start episode 1, you need to have more episodes. Everything. And another line I'm saying, they don't just pause it without knowing, giving you anything. If they would pause it while they were speaking, chatting, the conversation will be interesting. They said that where they're going to stop, you need to know what is going to be next. Yeah, so maybe the table storytelling, that's one of the best of the series. I know Prison Break is one that's studying to people starting watching series, but in terms of the actors, Arrow is one of them. And I do believe if you have never watched it, I'll give you an interesting tip. Search for everyone who on this Arrow series. You're not going to be disappointed. I even for myself, I started watching, I paused somewhere along the way, and I need to go back and search other episodes I missed. But I had the whole first season, I had the second one. I don't know where I stopped, but I did not follow now where it was going. Because it went further, I even beyond the years where I lived, with the years where, Hollywood, they always predict as if years from maybe 10 years, 20 years from now, there's going to be an apocalypse. Check all the films they talk about 2030, 2040, 2050. They show as if there was, like what is happening now, I think they predict that there was maybe nuclear war. So the world is like, it's restarted all over. Buildings were built down. Technology is not up to there now, they're using basic things. So that one of the, let's say the scenes were like, let show us, I don't know what years that was. Yeah. But if they compared it, if you have ever watched maybe Flash or Social Flash, there are some scenes in Flash, some they connected to Arrow. Sometimes they even call Arrow, they went to his city to help him. Some he went to his city. So in Arrow, in Flash is where they show one time they went to his city, they discovered no things were destroyed. And he received like he's looking a little bit odd. So maybe that's how, and that's just the technique of television. How they can promote other films, which they feel that maybe will not have much on audience. They might leak a film which they feel that there's one maybe film or series that are of bigger audience. The other one maybe they still have much bigger audience. So they might leak deliberately some scenes of this one maybe connected to this one. So the same audience of this one will be forced to search for this one. Because they know that, you have some other scenes in this series. So that's a technique of trying to make sure that the audience of this one will also watch this something. Okay, so you have so many questions that you need to ask yourself, and then after that, you say research is important. Right, so let me just finish because I wanted to time is already almost but for me, main focus today, I want to talk about production methods. Production methods are normally, I think I talked about it later on, and there are two quite different methods of approaching the video production. So, production methods to say, you want to shoot, what method are you going to do? So, for example, what we're saying you might have a method where you have a script, and then you are following the script. You say, there's this scene, there's that scene. There's this scene, so what you're going to do will be shooting based on the script, right? While there could be another one, but you know what you want, but you don't want to just follow the script. You want to have images of what you want. For example, say we want to talk about fishing. So anything that's to do with fishing could be good with you, which means you could just shoot anything as long as it's connected. While others say, no, we want specifically maybe the fishermen uploading the ships, fish. So if you find any scene whereby the fishermen are doing other things, you're not going to shoot. Right? So, okay, so we talk about there are two quite different methods of approaching for video production. The first one is what is called the empirical method. The empirical method, I thought that what that I would use, but empirical method, empirical, the same EMPIRICA. Empirical, spelling it. EMPIRICAL. So empirical method. So the empirical method is where instinct and opportunity are the guides. Empirical methods, you based on the guidance will be the instinct and an opportunity. You shoot something just because there's an opportunity. As for that thing, for example, you say, I want to shoot about fishing. Now, you say maybe, okay, we want to shoot it according to the script. Maybe maybe the scene where the fishermen show us scene, maybe that scene is at the end. You are going somewhere, then you want to go and shoot the first. Now you discover you have found people doing the same you wanted to shoot. You wanted to shoot that right scene. So because you found them there, you just take the camera and shoot. You don't have to wait. They say no, that is not now. This is no. It's like you based on opportunity. Like you say, when you say, I mean, you want to find fishermen, fishing. So you just go to the lake. It's not that you have seen that they are fishing, but you just hope that you're going to find fish. They are doing their work and then you shoot. But probability will be, when you go there, you don't find them fish. What is going to happen? It means you're going to have a problem. Right? But if it's another way, then you do research and you are sure that the information they have told you that is going to be there at the end of the clock, everything is checked. Oh, yeah, and you go there without doubt that you're going to find them. You find them, you shoot. Then you are done. But I'm saying when you go there, you want to shoot something. The thing you want is not there, but you have seen something similar, but which is much more better. You shoot that one. Because you still even explain it more. So that's empirical, and the Instagram, you will do that. So the other one is planned. The planned method, and the planned method, which organizes and builds a program, is carefully arranged steps. I think we never said planned, right? So, as I said, the empirical directors, following the empirical approach, get an idea, then they look around for subjects and the situation that relates to it. After shooting possible material, they later create a program from whatever they shot and shows up film out. So the people, as I'm saying, they'll just have an idea, okay, we want to shoot, as I'm saying, things about the post box. So they'll just go where they are boxers. They'll just shoot everything for the boxers. And okay, we want to do our box. This is the material we have shot about boxers. Okay, let's make something. Let's create a story out of it. Then they will tell you, oh, this one is spoken, okay. And then after, when he's speaking, show this in images. That will show that where they are. Okay, this one. So you use the material that you have collected randomly to make this play. And the problem of this, I think, I don't know what could be the problem if you are using this approach. Right? Here talk about if it's the best, talking about maybe the advantage. This approach is fresh and uninhibited. It improvises and make use of the unexpected, avoid rigid discipline, and is adaptable. The thing is, I say it improvises. It can show you something that you can say, how did you plan something? Because it's not something that you plan. You just go and you just discover something very interesting is happening. Connected, you just shoot it. And then it will be much more maybe realistic because you didn't plan it. You see? And as a good thing is you capture those moments that could even be difficult to plan. You say that if you want to have something to plan it, it will be almost impossible. But because you just found it, then you will have something. Right? But and the shorts, as I say, you have shorts that are very interesting. Short. When you talk about shorts are interestingly varied. The audience is kept alert, watching and interpreting the changing scene. Because, as I'm saying, it's like you are shooting the unexpected. Right? Because when you write like a story, most of the time, you write, maybe, I think I've seen most of the stories. They have got the singular particle. They, like the way I think, the way they do the general context. Some of the film you will even predict before you watch the story. Because if you just study, you will even predict what will happen next. That the way it's going, this will happen, it's going to happen. This one will happen, and it will really happen. Because it's the plan, they will use, most of the plan that they will be using something that they have already seen something. But if you don't plan it, you say, okay, let's just shoot. You will have scenarios that the people didn't even expect. So because of that, and because people, most of the experience will be something that people didn't expect, most of them will be alert to watch what is going to be next. No, what is going to be next? Oh, this one, they don't know. Now, the problem will be the result of such shot or shot hunting is a haphazard disaster with little cohesion of a sense of purpose. Because I'm saying, in film production, what we're doing is to telling a story. So the secret of telling a story. There should be cohesion of shots. People should be able to connect this shot to the next, to the next, to the whatever shot. But because you are shooting randomly, you discover that you would have a good shot, but that shot would not be connected with the other shot you put it there. Yeah, because it would be, for example, shots for somebody on the lake, from nowhere, the other shot that is available with somebody walking somewhere, not at the lake. So you combine the result, you discover some other areas. It could be problem to make sense. The only way would be, if you have seen some other thing like that, you have to have a narrator. Someone had to come to explain what is happening. Because if you don't explain, you don't understand what is happening, or maybe how connected is this scene to this. So it relies on somebody to narrate, to say, okay, this is much. And when they say, oh, this is now much, or they have to be writing, okay, to make sure that you see the changes or the connection, something like that. And because the approach is unsystematic, gaps and overlaps are bound, and good coherent editing may be difficult, right? Opportunity may have been missed, and let me see here. The director usually relies heavily on the voiceover to try to provide any sort of relationship and the continuity between images. That's what I'm saying. So voiceover is very, very lively. So on the planned method of production approaches the problem quite different. It's just like the opposite. And although the results may be similar, in this situation, the director works out in the reverse the exact form he or she wants the program to take, and then creates it accordingly, right? And fundamentally, you do either of the following. Say, begin with the environment. So this one is scripted. You already know, okay, if we're going, the first scene should be showing the environment. The next should be showing this. The other should be showing this. So when you're going, you don't just look around to shoot them. You know when you shoot the environment. Whether the environment, you are done. You are going, the next scene should be maybe the sky. So when you are moving, if something else is happening, it's not on the script, not shoot it. Even if it's interesting. But as long as it's not on the script, you're going to shoot what is on the script. Because the one who was writing had already connected the images. They know that if we are going to connect the scenes like this story will be told. You see? So you have, as I say, an example, say, the environment of the setting and decide how the camera can be positioned. So it's going to talk about the positioning of the camera of the first scene, or it's going to be shooting, maybe it will show maybe a wide angles of the area. And then you visually certain shots or effects you want to see, and create settings that will provide the results. So you talk everything about, okay, the first scene, this is the shot. This is the camera shots that we want to have. These are the effects that should be there, and something like that. So a lot will depend on whether you are interpreting an existing script or building a treatment, right? So the advantage of maybe this one, planned approaches is that you talk about the method in which a crew can be coordinated to give their best because you already know what you want. It's easy to coordinate the crew in what you want to do because it's already planned. And there is a sense of systematic purpose throughout the project because you already know what will be next and what will require. Because the people that look at the other scene who want to shoot something on the lake, inside the lake, it means you know, okay, maybe what is required, we need to have a boat, we need to have this. So if you already arrange those things, because if you didn't know to say, okay, the good shoot is going to be, so why do you have maybe a boat if you don't know? So this one you have another one is the production is coordinated and there is a sense of systematic purpose for the project. Problems are largely ironed out before they develop. See, we say that you already planned. So if you already planned the shoot, it means you might even notice the problem that might be there. Because if we say, okay, we would like to go to the boundary. So if we go by vehicle maybe might not reach the top of the mountain. So how can we build that? Let's not use the plane. Why don't we maybe hire maybe a plane? So it means you might iron out the problems before the actual shoot. Because the other big one, I said, because you just do in London, you might find a good thing, but maybe you need something to shoot it at. So because you didn't plan it, you must say that maybe you don't have the money to hire maybe a plane. So you'll be stranded, you have other problems because you didn't plan it. While this one, problems can be anticipated. That okay, in this one, I think we'll make it in this way. Let's not do this, because if we do this, this will be a problem. So that will be an advantage of this one. And what else? Production is based on what is feasible. Meaning, you cannot have something that is not practical. You are going to choose the production only the ones that you know that is going to be feasible. To say, can we shoot something maybe at this place? This is not going to be possible. So all the production you are going to be planning is going to be based on what the feasibility of it. And the program can be a smooth flow, carefully throughout and persuasive style. Because you cannot have those scenario where you don't understand something. Because you have already observed the shots, you already know that if this script is going to be together with this one, it will look like this. Right? So, what the problem now will be the production becomes bogged and down in organization. The program can be, say, stored routine and like originality. That's the main issue. It might like originality, as I said, you are just going to make something, usually based on something you have watched somewhere. So it might be maybe too similar to, I gave an example of that example. Because they will give you a story that you, as if when you watch it, you think like you are watching it again already. Because it's too similar to another story somewhere. The way, not just the story alone, but even the way they are going to be shooting it. The guy with the vehicle, car, somebody go out with the story and building, they will stop there. So you see the same routine. So it could be boring somehow. And other problems will be opportunities are ignored because they are not part of the original scheme and they will modify it, right? So, as I said already, there might be good opportunities, but they might be skipped because they are not on the actual scheme or actual plan. You say it's not on the plan. So, you have that scenario, right? And the result will be more or less like a disaster because it will be an obvious script, obviously with nothing new, specific, that's obvious. Things that you already see will be done at fruit. It's like music, whereby you will have songs that usually artists not try to copy other artists. You might discover that they don't create something new. You might just say this person is sounding like maybe like Bob Marley. But there's nothing new that you can do that Bob Marley doesn't have to do. You discover he's copying Bob Marley, but he's not even reaching the level of Bob Marley. But he's not even having the only artists that are good are the ones that they are not striving to sound like someone. They're just trying to bring new ideas, something like that. Right, so yes, basically that's what I want to do. The last one, you're going to check one because the last one was talking about storyboards. I already talked about these storyboards. Somehow it's not a very complicated thing. You're going to see when you check on this video production book. After the production method, storyboards, we talked about this for video production. You have a guide as a director. You don't have to be explaining everything to the actors. What do? You just have that storyboard drawn, and then you for the camera, you just show them, like the storyboard, an artistic expression of the story. So you cameraman will just be shown, oh, this is what is going to do like this. I want to have this scene. So if you draw, people sitting on the chair, a cameraman will know that what other angles. Oh, this should be long shot. The next you see, oh, this should be closer. So storyboards are one of the tools that are used to help a director in directing the video production. It's a film, instead of him explaining everything, we just use the storyboard. Right, so I think for today, we can pause there. Right.